This edition of Rock Kitchen, it's your boy Rock coming at you with another meal that is VSG friendly. I got a doozy for you today, guys. Listen, we always in our journeys, we love some of the old foods, but we substitute them out, like I always tell you guys about. It's all about changing or making alternatives. I'm keeping this one kind of the same, but we're using some healthier stuff instead of potatoes. Okay, so what do I mean by that? We're going to be doing a sausage recipe. I love sausage. I love pork. I grew up on a farm down south. Slaughtered pigs. Sorry, Peter. But I ate them. It wasn't that we slaughtered them and played. You get the point. What I'm trying to say is I used what I killed, if you will. I love the pig. As there was a movie that said, I love everything on the pig from the rooter to the tutor. And that was me. So it was kind of hard to remove that portion of my childhood. Now, here's where that key word comes into consideration that I always hear about is moderation, moderation, moderation. So we're going to use a little bit of that moderation today by giving you a meal that is oh so good. We're going to limit the amount. We're going to stick to about 4 ounces, 5 ounces of sausage. That's the protein. We're going to stick to that. But we're going to have some nice butternut squash with this. We're going to have some nice vegetables in there with this as well. We're gonna be all over the place with this recipe, but at the end, it's going to come all together, and bam, it's going to give your taste buds something to really sing about, okay? We're going to get out now. We got our butternut squash that we have. I diced those up really quick. I chopped them up. Now, the thing with this is you want to make sure that they aren't too thick, because then it takes that much longer for it to cook through the oven. All right, so we diced them up, chopped them up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drizzle it a little bit. A little EVVO. Okay. And don't worry if you didn't get any. We're going to play with that a little bit. We're going to throw some salt. I only do 1 pinch. I don't care if I did get it or not, because as I said, we're going to mix this up anyway. I miss my other pepper grinder. I don't know why I don't have that one. All right. So you can use your hands if you want. I have this nice parchment paper type thing, if you will. Just going to really get all of that mixed in together. So that's why I said it didn't matter whether or not you got it with the olive oil, because now you do. So there we go. And our oven is at 400. We're going to throw this in the oven, and then we're going to get busy on our sausage. So let's get right into it. Now, I have some onions, have some yellow peppers. I love cooking with color. I've told you guys that before. And the reason for it is it's just your antioxidants, your vitamins. You get more stuff out of color. Not that green is not a color. It's just that it's just not there for me. So, now we have our sausage as well. With our sausage, we're going to chop those up and take it out of the casing. We've already done that. With these two, I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. Now we're just waiting for our little heat. There it is. All right, what we got is 1 yellow onion. And we have ourselves a little bit of a bell pepper. And then basically we're going to take our sausage, right? We already got the 2 out of the casing. I just slice right down the middle. Open it right up. Now, some people ask, Rock, why don't you keep the casing? I don't want it to be a true sausage, if you will, like a sausage link. This ain't Jimmy Dean's. I don't want breakfast link. I want some sausage all chopped up. So that's what we're going to do in just a couple of minutes. I'm going to chop that up. You can start dicing and pulling it apart now if you want, or you can put it all in the pan. It's really, the choice is yours and what you want to do. A couple seconds. We're going to put our meat in with our veggies, get that all going. Once we have this out of the oven, we're going to put this in there as well. We're going to combine it all together, give it a little bit of heat circulation. We're going to add some rosemary, because nothing goes better with pork than rosemary. Trust me. Then we're going to put a little bit of that apple cider vinegar in there as well. We're going to give it that tart feeling with that sweet. Trust me when I tell you, marry the two together, you got yourself a priceless meal right here. Got our sausage. Just toss it right in there. Doesn't matter. Now what I normally do is I just start chopping it up. just chopping it up. And someone says, well, why don't you just get the ground sausage? Well, here's why. Here's why. In all honesty, I could do that. Absolutely can do that. But now I'm getting more than what I really need or what I really want. And what I mean by that is I have to buy it by the pound in the store. These 3 little links here cost $2. Again, trying to teach you guys how to also cook with, how to put it, frugal, if you will. Frugal and healthy. I know, it's an oxymoron because health food, for whatever reason, is so expensive, and garbage that is out there is so cheap. Go figure. So just like that, we have our sausage all chopped up. So now we got it all cooked up. We've stirred everything up, got these things going. The house is smelling like heaven. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our butternut squash out. Let's go ahead and take that out. And we're simply really going to take them and toss them right in. Look how brown and nice and golden these things are. They're nice and soft. See, this is why I cook them, about a half hour, but I also cut them a little bit thin as well, because I know that they'll cook thoroughly. I know that they'll, come out nice and soft and chewy, instead of like some of those. I've been places where they're nice and hard, and I do not like the hardness. So, we're going to take rosemary as I promised you. Now, what I tell people to do is activate the rosemary. What do I mean by activate it? Crush it, twist it around, get it in there, and all of a sudden you start smelling that rosemary wort. So you're just going to crush it up in there, get all of that in the flavors. Listen, pork and rosemary go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly. It's just one of those things that just go great together. And I miss some peanut butter and jelly. That's going to be next on RK. Let's see what we can do with some peanut butter and jelly. Maybe take a grape and then take a spoonful of peanut butter. I think that'll do it. So now, here we go. We're basically going to get that rosemary activated in just a sec by putting in that apple cider. You guys, that apple cider just went in, and the flavor, the smell, all over the place. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just take this and we're going to put it in. We're going to make sure that all that flavor gets baked in. Going to throw this back in the oven. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to be dead serious. I don't think you need to put it in the oven. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to put it back in the oven, let it do its thing. When we come back, we have a dish that's going to be amazing. All right? In the bowl we go. Back now, let's go and see what our butternut squash and sausage and peppers and, oh man, there it is. Now I can see why I wanted it in the oven. Some good flavor, some excellent pieces of sausage, bell pepper, and here's the taste. Let's see. I'm gonna burn myself. Perfect. Oh man, really good. You feel that apple cider vinegar. You taste a part of that. The butternut squash is banging. It's off the hook. It's got that rosemary, the sausage, everything. Everything's playing well together. Another meal that is easy to make, simple. You got your veggie in there. You got your protein. You got some spices. Spice up your life. All right, I'm done. I'm ready to dig into this. Get out of here. Go make this yourself, and you'll see what I'm talking about, all right? Weight loss always starts right here in the kitchen. The taste. I'm going back in for another bite. I'll talk to y'all soon. Oh, my goodness. Bye-bye. Bye. A special guest that just walked into the kitchen over here, all right? This is Pete. Pete is eating the sausage, butternut with the veggies up in there. Talk to him, man.
I got to be honest, bro. There's no joke. You know I like to bust your chops all the time. This is phenomenal. Before I started watching my weight, I was going out to restaurants every weekend, top of the line restaurants. This can be served in those restaurants. It's that good, and it's good for you. I am impressed, Rock. Keep up the great work, bro.
Thank you, sir. So no more busting my chops anymore?
No, I'm going to bust your chops, but when it comes to the food from the kitchen, bro, this is real. At least this one is real deal legit. I'm looking forward to that other thing, man, but this is no joke, man. I'm going to get my wife to cook me up some of this, man.
All right.
No joke.
Look at this guy. He's gobbling it all up.
No, it's delicious, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Testimony, guys. Testimony over at The Rock's Kitchen. Peace.
There's no joke.